This is Joanne Lysiak, and welcome to my video, my Facebook Live, which is how to break dead-end habits and create habits with stellar results. So I'm really excited to be here tonight with this subject matter because I am going to give you the to-do information that will transform your life so that you can change those bad habits, those dead-end habits that are going nowhere, into good habits, creating habits that are productive, that are in alignment with what your life vision is, and you'll get stellar results. So I'm going to share some really powerful information. So please stay to the end. And I also have a gift for you at the end. So let me just kind of frame a little bit about what we're going to be talking about today. So let's talk about habits and these, dead-end habits that are going nowhere. Thank you for joining me, Karen. Thank you. So if you would put your name and where you're from and any comments that you have, so we could have it like a coaching conversation. And anybody else here joining live, also do the same because I really want to hear from you. I really value your comments and your time for being here. So let's look at some of these, dead-end habits that we have, and we all have them. So first of all, we have to fess up. We all have them. I have them. I got rid of so many, and I'm continuing to uncover ones and changing them into the productive ones. So let's talk about some dead-end and some of the outcomes that we get from it. So let's break it down into categories. So let's start with health. So maybe your goal your life vision is to have great health, for you to really be full of energy and to feel your best and to look amazing so that people are constantly coming up to you and complimenting you. But your outcomes are the opposite. The outcomes are that you don't have good health, that you are having some health issues. So you look at what you're doing and you want great health, but then you go out with your friends every weekend for chicken wings and you have fried food. Or you're going to fast food restaurants a couple times a week and you're not having, the nutrient dense foods. So you're creating those, again, dead end habits. So maybe you want to have a successful business and you're an entrepreneur, you're starting up your business, and you know that there's activities that you really want to focus on that will produce income. And you are actually doing all these activities that do not create any income, that are just time wasters. And so you decide that what you really need is you need a new program for sales, and you pick up a program to learn how to sell, and you don't do anything with it, and you do those dead end activities. Then you're at the right place because we're going to give some information to change that. Or maybe, you want to meet your soulmate and you are creating these dead end habits, which are getting you people that are not on your list. And you come up with excuses when you have the red flag go up that everything's okay. They're just having a bad time. I'm going to give them another chance. And then you end up with the same kind of person time after time after time. These are the dead end habits that we're talking about that we want to change for different results. And they're in every area, in money and everything in our life. So we're going to talk about how we can change them, because habits are the key to everything. So again, I want to check in. And if you're here live, if you put comments in, I'd appreciate it. And anybody here that's listening on the replay, I really thank you for being here and appreciate you being here and spending the time in your personal growth. And if you would put any comments in, even if you have questions, because I go back to my Facebook Lives on a regular basis and I answer questions to help the people that are there. So please feel free to do that. So let's get started into some of the meat of it. But before I do, let me tell you a little bit about who I am and what I do. My name is Joanne Lysiak, and I am the founder and I'm the creator of the Mindset Makeover and Empowered Life. And what I do is I help my wellness coaches, people that are wellness practitioners and heart-based entrepreneurs serve their clients to their fullest potential by serving themselves to their fullest potential, by living their life aspirations for greater happiness and fulfillment. So let me tell you about the process that I use, which is actually what I was talking about in the comments for this Facebook Live, which is the keys to success, which are the rules of the game for success. And this is the process that I use. The first step is that we uncover what you truly want. We uncover what your true desires are. So let me have you ask yourself this question. Do you know what you want? Do you truly know deep within what you want, not what you were told, not what your parents told you since you were a little kid, but what you really want in your life? Those are where we want to start, is for you to uncover what your true desires are in health, wealth, love, and spirituality. And then I take my clients through a process, and you would go through a process where we look at your results and we look at what you have, and the gap in between. That's the gap that has these limiting beliefs, these stuck emotions that are running the show, that are causing you to get the results that you don't want. And we eliminate them with an energetic technique that works, that's effective, and that way you can create some new habits. Then what we do is we do a mindset makeover. We actually have to create a new mindset, because everything, it's really the mindset that's the most important. It's not another program, another sales program, or, another class. It's actually, you got to get the right mindset. So we establish some mind-body tools to create the right mindset. And then what we do is, once the mindset's in place, then you're able to create new habits. Then you're able to take action and get the results. And you use these mind-body tools to stay in momentum and go forward. And then at the end, you're living your life aspiration, you're creating the results you want, and you're really happier than ever before. And that is the 4-step process to the keys to success and to get the results that you want. And that's what I take my clients through in all my programs. So we're going to delve a little deeper in that. So let me see if there's any comments here. Good, Karen. Glad that you're here. Thanks for being here. So, let's look at these bad habits and how we get these habits and where we get them from, or how we establish them. And these dead-end habits that I'm really talking about at the very beginning are things that are kind of out of our control. They're very spontaneous. So when you do something, sometimes do you realize that you're not in control, that you're just automatically doing something, you're automatically responding in a particular way, that you're really not thinking consciously about it, it's just automatic? That's what we're talking about. This is an automatic response, and this is in your subconscious, and this is your autonomic system that really runs the show for you. And there are beliefs, there's feelings, emotions, there's programs, patterns that you've established since your conception until the end of your life that are really running the show. And if you've watched my other Facebook lives, you know that I talk about the emotional baggage, and you're carrying it on your back. And you literally are. You're carrying all these stuck emotions. You're carrying these unproductive, negative emotions and beliefs and patterns and programs, and you're carrying them with you your entire life. And you're making choices, because what you do is, whatever is in your subconscious in this emotional bag, you are carrying. And when it comes time for you to make a choice, you go into the bag, and it comes out automatically, and you make a decision, you make a choice based on these beliefs. So if you have beliefs that you're not good enough, then you're going to make choices that will prove you're not good enough. If you have choices that you don't have enough money and that it's hard to make money, you're going to make choices that will give you that outcome. If you believe relationships are difficult and you're not going to find the right person for you and they don't last, then that's what you're going to pull out of the bag, and you're going to use that for choices, and you're going to establish new habits based on that, and then you're going to get the results you don't want. So you constantly, not just you, we all do this. We are programmed to do that, and we're doing things that we don't want. We're doing habits we don't really want, but it's automatic. And then we think that we can take these habits and tweak them, even though they're dead-end, unproductive habits, and tweak them in a way and do them over again and over again and over again and get a different outcome. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. So I have a great analogy. How many of you have watched the movie Groundhog Day with Bill Murray? And if you have, you remember that movie is all about him every day, starting the next day, reliving that same day. He's stuck in the pattern, and he's doing the same thing over and over again, and he's expecting a different outcome. Even though he's done it, 10, 20 times, he wakes up the next morning expecting it to be different with the same habits. And it doesn't work that way. So we have to create new habits. So let's talk about how we do that. What is behind your habits are your subconscious beliefs. Those beliefs that we talked about, that you feel there's not enough money, you can't afford it, business is hard, most businesses fail, you're not good enough to be a speaker, you're afraid to get up there because you've been told you're not good. And these are the beliefs that are creating your habits. These are the beliefs that we really want to get to and get rid of them and change them, but let them go. And when you can create new beliefs and have positive emotions and new patterns and new programs, then you can establish some new choices and you'll get some new actions that you do over and over again that create a new habit. And then these habits create results. So let me kind of stop here and talk a little bit about this, because this is actually so powerful. This, if we can get this right, you can make changes in your life. This is huge. This is something that I spend a great deal of time with all of my clients in all my programs, with the coaches that I teach life coach certification, with my private clients, we do one-on-one. We spend a great deal of time looking at this. And I'm going to teach you this concept that I spent a lot of time with them. It's called reverse engineering. So what you do is you start with the end and you work your way backwards. So your results are here and you want a specific result. What creates the result, you reverse engineer, and that is your habit. So the habits are determined by the actions that you take. The actions that you take are determined by the choices you make. The choices you make are based on your belief system and your emotions, which are in the subconscious. So if you want to change your end result and you reverse engineer it, you've got to go back to the beginning, which is your subconscious, your beliefs, your emotions, your programs, and your patterns. And that is huge. And that's the big piece that is always missed. This is always missed. And so don't you know that when you do the same thing over and over again and you're not getting the results, that something's wrong? That you don't know what it is, but you know something's wrong, that this is not the way it's supposed to be, that there is a big missing piece to the puzzle. That's the missing piece of the puzzle, is you got to reverse engineer it and go back where it starts, which is your subconscious beliefs, your feelings, your programs, your patterns. And that's got to change. That's where you have to spend the time. And really, nobody goes there. Now, why do I say that? Because I've been studying this for 8 years. I've been in this industry for 8 years. I've been in coaching for a long time. And when I first started in corporate America, nobody talked about that. Nobody knew that. This is really, cutting edge information that you've got to go back and clear out the stuff in the subconscious. And I learned this 8 years ago from Dr. Marshall. He was my first mentor that really shared this cutting edge information in wellness and to help people heal. And then I moved on to working with Dr. M.T. Morter with the bioenergetic synchronization technique, and his sons, Dr. Tom and Dr. Ted, and got all this great information and went further and further along, discovered Dr. Bruce Lipton with the biology of belief, and many, 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 many more mentors of mine that really helped me with this subconscious reprogramming and the mindset makeover. So it's got to start there. So that reverse engineering, guys, that's huge. Go back, and that's where it is. So let's talk about the solution, because if we're supposed to go back to the subconscious beliefs, and you never heard this before, how do you actually get rid of what's in the subconscious? Well, there's a wonderful technique that I've been using, and I've learned so many. I've gotten certified from a few different techniques, and I'm working with a couple different techniques now. So when I work with people virtually and I work with them over the phone or either on a Zoom platform, I can use an energetic clearing technique with them. I teach all my coaches this technique, so then they work with their clients to do the same. And you use this technique and you can clear out any of the subconscious beliefs in any of the areas: health, wealth, love, and spirituality. And I've got great successes with it with all my clients to prove it by their successes and creating these stellar results in their life with this. So you've got to get rid of it. And that's the thing that you've got to do. So my solution is, you really want to create new habits. And the only way to do that is to go back to the cause, because everything in this universe is cause and effect. That is one of the laws of the universe. So whatever you're doing or not doing gives an effect. So if you don't do something, if you avoid it, you still get an effect. If you do something, you get an effect. So you always have to realize that you're at cause of your end result, which is what's going on in your life. So you've got to change that. So you've got to go back to where it started and what the cause is. And the cause is your subconscious beliefs. Now, your subconscious is wonderful because it protects you. That's your survival mechanism. But it's just stuff that's been recorded. And if you need more information, I've got a wonderful gift for you. And you can click on the link and you'll get some great information about what's the subconscious, how you get it. Lots of great information. And I'll give you more information about that in a little bit. So you want to get to the cause. So you got to go to the subconscious. And again, working with me, we get to the cause. I do that in all my programs with my clients, and we work on it every time we work together, which is, every week in a 6-month program. So then what you got to do is, after you get rid of these beliefs, does that make sense, everybody? Does that make sense? Karen, is that making sense to you? Does that open up everything for you? Do you go, oh my God, I got everything? Because something's missing, but you don't know what it is. And so you've just been doing the same thing that but now that you know, this kind of is empowering. It's enlightening for you because now you could change it. So does that help you guys? Put some comments in, because I really want to know if this is really rocking your world and going to make some results for you. Great, Karen. Thank you. So you got to do that. Now you're going to need help on it, because it took me 8 years to learn everything and get to this place where now I knock out my bad habits and I've got them. That's the wonderful thing, is that everybody has them. Doesn't matter how successful you are, you have them. It's the reality. You got to just understand you got them. And the best thing that you can do is, okay, I got them. Let me find them. Let me get rid of them, and let me create some new beliefs. I got rid of some bad beliefs. I got some great beliefs in place of them. And as I'm uncovering these, dead end, going nowhere beliefs, I clear myself, and then I can establish a new mindset. And then I can get some new habits that will get me the results that I want. So that's easy. That's when you have a process, it's easy. Now, what you got to do is you've got to actually use the process. And, working with me, I use the process and we eliminate this. And then I teach you a lot of things that you can do that you can eliminate these as well. So that's the first thing you want to do, is you want to have a solution to get rid of the subconscious beliefs. The next thing that you want to do is, your key is the mindset. You've got to change your mindset, because if your mindset is programmed for, all the steps in failure, that's what you're going to get. So the mindset's important. You've got to have positive beliefs. You've got to have positive thoughts. You've got to have empowering thoughts. You've got to have new habits. You've got to have empowering habits, empowering patterns and programs that you're doing on a regular basis. So mindset is key. So spend a lot of time in that. The next thing that is important to do is that you really be consistent. You be consistent with what you're doing, that you get rid of the bad habits, you get rid of the cause, you're consistent, and you do it over and over and over again on a regular basis to create the new habits. So let's talk about the outcomes. So when you clear out the subconscious beliefs, let's talk about health, and you get rid of the beliefs that it's hard to be healthy, it's too much work, I can't afford it, I don't know what to do. You get rid of those beliefs, you can create new habits then. So then all of a sudden you believe it's possible, and you start doing things, and you're able to then start making green smoothies. You're able to eat salads. You enjoy the food. You love it. You feel great. You get those outcomes with new habits. Let's talk about business, where before you weren't able to do those things that are important for you to do because you felt you couldn't be a speaker, you don't have the skills, you could never do anything online, you could never do videos. Now you create the new belief that you can, that people want to hear what you have to say, that you have valuable information. And then you can create those new habits, which allow you to get on Facebook Live, which allows you to create videos, to call your contacts, to call your clients, and establish those new habits. Or let's talk about money. Now you're able to create new habits that allow you to save money, that allow you to maybe make a budget, so that you have an understanding of what you're spending and before you were avoiding it. So you can have new habits that will create the outcomes you want. Or you want the love of your life, but you're always calling in the wrong people and you're always accepting the bad behavior from them. And now with the new habits, you have a list of what you're looking for. And if the person doesn't make the list, they don't go on a date with you. And you create new habits and you have new patterns and you know what to look for and you X them off the list and you find your soulmate with these new habits and you get the outcomes. So you've got to create, the new habits to get the outcomes. That is automatic. And you've got to do that by getting to the cause. So is that making sense to you guys? Are you excited now that you have a solution so that life can be different for you? This was a game changer for me. When I heard this, I went, oh my God, I've been asking for this. Thank you, God, for answering my prayers. Now I'm going to learn this and now I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to teach other people to do it when I coach them and change their lives. And it is so empowering. I love my job. I love what I do because I make people's lives better every day. And there's nothing better than that. So let me share with you my gift and my call to action for you. My call to action is for you is I have a free gift. And what you can do is you can click on the link. The link that I have here in this post is going to give you a free questionnaire. And this questionnaire is going to be very powerful and eye-opening for you. It is going to help you discover what is holding you back, what is in your emotional baggage, what is in your subconscious that's stopping you. These 14 questions are something that you're going to go through on your own. I do not get the answers. I don't know your results. So this is very private. You can do this in the privacy of your home. You get the results. Here's my questionnaire. It's a 4-page questionnaire with results sheet and then also some solutions in here on what you can do to get out of that place, to change everything. So that is the free gift for you. And then if you see this and you're ready to make a change and use the process to uncover what you want, get rid of your blocks and your programs and your limiting beliefs, create a new mindset, and then establish some purposeful goals to take action, then follow my solution. Jump in. I've got a 8-week program that I'm doing, which is a special event, because I usually do a 6-month program, but I created this amazing program that starts on the 23rd of October. It's a group program and we're going to meet every week live. And I am going to work with the entire group to clear out these beliefs that are stopping people. And then we're going to create a new mindset. I'm going to share new techniques with you. I'm going to share some videos with you, some audios with you for you to get the tools, and then you can make it happen. So if that sounds like something you'd want to do, then click on the link, get the questionnaire and go through the process, and then you can join in. And this is going to happen very soon. So that is the gift that I want to share with you because that's going to change your life. And that's really what I want to do is help you change your life. So I want to thank everybody for being here. Karen, thank you for being here. Everybody else who's listening on the replay, thank you so much for being here. Put in your comments, and if you would share this with people who will get value from it. If you know somebody that doesn't have the results they want, share this video with them. Share the link with them. And if you would also give me some likes and some hearts, I really appreciate that. And I will do more Facebook Lives. I will see you on my next Facebook Live. I do this every week at this time. So listen in for my announcement of my next one. Check my Facebook page, and I will see you next time around. Thank you, everybody, and get rid of those habits. Bye.